Welcome to the Hawks Sports Network. Right now, we're pleased to bring you coverage of OCAA men's baseball doubleheader. The Battle of the Birds, Fanshawe Falcons visiting the Humber Hawks here at Connorvale Park. Humber played yesterday versus St. Clair and split those two matchups. And Kyle, we saw Humber leaving a little room for improvement. What kind of adjustments do you think Humber has to make going forward?
Well, we saw yesterday the small ball was a concern for the Hawks, especially in that first game. A couple bunts that they weren't able to put down. So this afternoon before the game, Coach Matt Ferreira was working on a couple of the guys using the bunts, getting more practice. We saw Gonzalez, who struggled a bit yesterday on the bunts. He was working for a long time, I would say 10 to 20 minutes on a couple bunts. So I expect to see a lot more efficiency from that point. For Fanshawe, they're coming in here with a lot of confidence. They've won 5 of their last 6, and they're thinking here, if we can split against Humber, that's a win for them.
And Fanshawe was able to split yesterday against Durham. They lost game 1 2-4, and they won the following game 7-1. So you got to think they're coming into today with a bit of confidence after a big win against Durham, who's nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, for Fanshawe, they're a very young team. They have 14 rookies on the team. You'll see the starter tonight talk about him a bit later, but he's also a rookie. And Humber's kind of the complete opposite. They have a lot of 5-year, 4-year players. So it'll be interesting to see how the Falcons handle this Humber team. Obviously, they played them in the opener, Humber against Fanshawe. Humber taking both games there. So we'll see how Falcons adjust in this doubleheader here at Connorvale Park.
Yeah, Humber, that first time out against Fanshawe, an away game. Humber started the season with a long stretch of away games, and that game against Fanshawe were able to pick up game 1 7-3, and then the following game of that doubleheader was a 13-0 victory. So you wonder if any of that momentum from that blowout win is going to carry over to today.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Both these teams played against each other in the OCAA semifinals last year. The Falcons obviously a different team this year with a lot more rookies, so it's not really the same team that the Hawks saw last year. But they're a young team. They're an exciting group. They play with a lot of energy, especially being a young team. So the Hawks will have their hands full tonight for sure.
Absolutely. A couple of players for Humber had a big day yesterday. Brendan Lyons on the mound. Good outing in game 1. Humber dropped that by a score of 3-2. And then the following game, game 2 yesterday, was quite a doozy. Went to the extra innings. Humber able to really be in control most of the game, but then surrendering the lead. Big, devastating 6th inning.
That was a big 6th inning there by the Saints, scoring 5 runs.
Whereas looked like Humber was in control the whole time. But now today, Humber looking to close out a big weekend.
I think we plugged it in.
And we'll be getting started here shortly at Connorvale Park. We'll have the player introductions, national anthem, and then we'll get things going with game 1.
For the Hawks starting pitcher, you'll see Roy Pollard on the mound today. He's been lights out so far this season. It'll be his first time pitching against Fanshawe on the season. So the young guys on the Falcons will get their first look at one of the best pitchers on the Hawks.
And we'd just like to remind you, you can find Humber Hawks on Instagram at Humber Hawks. And all of our other social media platforms, including Twitter, at Humber Hawks as well. Follow for all Hawks updates, everything you need to know Humber Hawks, you can find it there. Beautiful day at Connorvale. Not much wind to speak of, about 18 degrees, and not a cloud in the sky. What do you think, Kyle? Good day for some baseball?
It's a great day. Not too hot, not too cold.
Yeah, it should be beautiful.
Great day. So just getting that field ready.
Last time out against Fanshawe, rookie Aiden Murphy for the Hawks hit a grand slam. It's a great start to his Humber career. Maybe looking to follow that up today. Older brother Keegan, a 5th-year player on Humber.
For Humber, like I said before, Roy Pollard throwing last time in the doubleheader in Fanshawe to start the season. the Falcons saw Brendan Lyons on the mound, and they also saw Braden Taylor in the second game. So it'll be a different look for the Falcons. Probably see Stephen Huff in the second game today. For the first game will be Rory Pollard. So it'll be interesting to see how the Falcons adjust. They got a young group, like we said. See the adjustments they make against Rory to start this game. They obviously want to take it to Rory early. Get off to a good start would be the key for the Falcons.
And you know, yesterday was the battle of the first place teams, Humber and St. Clair, and no real resolution coming out of that. Both teams still tied up with a 7-3 record up there in first place. And all signs point to perhaps another rematch of the provincial championship. Get a good look at the Humber bench there. Fanshawe getting ready.
The Falcons are playing with a lot of confidence as of late, like we said, winning 5 of their last 6. They're coming in here thinking that they can easily take 1 of 2 against Humber. It's in a very important stretch of games for the Falcons. The last 4 games are against St. Clair, which is not an easy schedule.
Yeah, can't imagine Humber would want to drop a game today.
Humber, on the other hand, their last 4 games are against the 2 teams at the bottom of the standings with George Brown and Seneca. So if they can really take care of Fanshawe, who's right behind them in the standings as well. So this is a very important doubleheader for the Hawks. If they can take these 2 games, they will most likely clinch at least a second place spot heading into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's been a big weekend on the Hawk Sports Network. In 2 days, we've seen the first, second, and third place teams in action. As we kind of get into the later phases of the season, you get a good look at how we're going to be seeing things materialize in the provincial championships.
It seems to be like it's going to be St. Clair against Humber, but Fanshawe, on the other hand, they think they can compete. Last year, obviously they lost in the semifinals versus Humber, but this is a completely different team, especially with all the young guys. Like we said, 14 rookies on the team.
14 rookies on the team. Could spell a bright future for the Falcons.
And that will be on display tonight, or today for sure.
Of course, this is just game 1 of a doubleheader. The next game on the Hawk Sports Network is teed up for 3:30.
For the Hawks lineup, a lot of consistency for head coach Matt Ferreira, going with the same lineup pretty much as yesterday's doubleheader. You always see that Liam Sutherland and Justin Mara duo at the top. They seem to be the starting point for that Hawks lineup.
Get a good look at the meeting at home plate there. Beautiful shot of Connorvale Park.
Looks like we're getting ready here for the opening ceremony.
We'll be right back with you after the player introductions.
She's down there already. She's down on the left side, down third.
In center field, number 2, Tyler Wood. At shortstop, number 1, Matt Bowden. In right field, number 7, Josh Hare. At first base, number 24, Kevin Bowden. At third base, number 5, Brandon Jones. Catcher, number 8, Quinton Toohey. At left field, number 15, Jake Julian. Designated hitter, number 4, Cam Cook. And at pitcher, number 14, Noah Campagnola. The head coach of the Fanshawe Falcons is Brian Harvey. And now, the starting lineup for your Humber Hawks. In center field, number 27, Liam Sutherland. At catcher, number 25, Justin Mara. At second base, number 23, Keegan Murphy. designated hitter, number 16, Dennis DeBenning. At first base, number 20, Brendan Lyons. In left field, number 6, Andrew Thompson. In right field, number 11, Brendan Costa. At third base, number 26, Ty Martin. At shortstop, number 18, Jared Gonzalez. And pitching for your Humber Hawks is number 28, Rory Pollard. The head coach of the Humber Hawks is Matt Ferreira. The umpires for this game are Connor McKenna, James Wiles, and Chris Savalio. And now we ask for those who are able to please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
And we're back, and it's just about showtime. Fanshaw's going to be up to bat first, and we'll get a good look at how their offense is looking after a 7-1 victory in their most recent outing.
You can see there Justin Mara, the catcher for the Hawks. He'll be catching Rory Pollard today. Rory, his last start, he went 6 innings of 3 hits. No runs allowed against St. Clair. So he pitched really well in that first game against St. Clair, back at St. Clair earlier in the season.
Yeah, he looked great yesterday. And Humber really matching up well against the top teams in the league. Really starting to establish this baseball program. Get a good look at our ace on the mound.
Leading off for the Saints will be Ty Armstrong, second baseman on the team. Sitting .263 on the season. He'll be up against Rory.
Armstrong, first-year player, like you said, from Thorndale, Ontario. Takes a good crack at that one. That's going to get him on base. He'll hold up at first. Good start for Fanshawe. Takes that second pitch to left field.
Tyler Wood, third-year player on the team. He's kind of that big leader on the team. He's really shows these young guys the path to go.
Another hit there. That might be good for a double play. So we have a man out at second. But the man at first is able to beat out that throw.
Yeah, Wood reaches on that fielder's choice. Murphy getting that shirt out there. They'll bring up Matt Bowden. Matt Bowden. Shortstop on the team in his first year as well.
Two up and 2 hits.
Matt second on the team this year in hits, tied with his brother Kevin, who's hitting 5th in the lineup today.
Bowden, a native of London, Ontario.
That curveball there by Rory. It's important for him to get first pitch strikes here today.
2 strikes, no balls. That's hit foul.
A lot of strikes by Rory. That's what he's known for. Attacks the hitters. Really want to attack these young guys. These young guys on the Falcons, they're going to be aggressive. They like to swing. Rory's got to get ahead early and often.
That's hit foul. Still sitting at 0-2 count. And Fanshawe would love to get off to a good start here. Both teams riding high off of Game 2 wins yesterday. And that's hit up to third base. Over to second. Again, trying to make that double play, but
yeah, Ty Martin starting that double play. Good throw to Gonzalez, to Murphy. Murphy getting hit hard there at second, trying to make that turn, not in time. Bowden reaches on the fielder's choice. Josh Hare, also in his first year, it just shows how much trust the Falcons have in their first years. The 3-4 hitters, both first-year players.
Fanshawe head coach Brian Harvey in his 5th year, looking at a very young team, and with that presents some disadvantages in the lack of experience, but really if you can develop this young roster, you could have quite a tremendous future for this baseball program.
Yeah, Fanshawe sitting in 3rd place in the standings right now, and it just shows that the rookies that they have are contributing in a big way, and in their first year it shows that, like you said, they have a lot of potential for the next coming years.
That's hit up to the shortstop, over to first for the easy out, and that does it for the top of the 1st inning.
It's a good inning by Pollard, using the fastball efficiently. Only gave up 1 hit, leadoff hitter by Ty Armstrong. Other than that, he still did it nicely. Got a few ground balls, and it gives the Hawks an opportunity to get some runs here early on in the game.
These Fanshawe batters getting some hits off of Pollard, but really turning them into easy outs are the Hawks.
So pretty much the same lineup as usual for the Hawks, with Sutherland, Mara, and Murphy will be the batters due up, followed by DeBanning and Lyons. For the Falcons, pitcher will be Noah Capagnolo. Started in 1 game so far. He got the win, 6 innings, 4 hits, 3 runs. Rookie on the team as well. He'll get his first look at the Hawks. They got a lot of big hitters, so Capagnolo will have to use all sides of the plate if he wants success here today. Capagnola, a young kid too, facing a lot of these veteran hitters from the Hawks. A lot of them in their 5th years. So it'll be a good testing point for the Falcons to see what they have out of Capagnola.
Capagnola coming into the weekend with 16 strikeouts. Leading off for Humber is OCAA Player of the Year last year, Liam Sutherland.
We saw him struggle in the first game going 0 for 4 against St. Clair, but in that second game really hit it off and had a couple hits, a couple runs scored as well.
He made some big plays from center field. But yeah, you're right, Kyle. Game 1, bit of issues at the plate, but really kind of cleaned things up in Game 2 and made a big contribution in that what ultimately turned out to be a win for Humber.
And that's what the good hitters do. They forget about their other at-bat. He went 0 for 4. He easily could have done the same thing in the next game, but put that aside and really put in a great performance in Game 2.
2-ball count.
For Capagnola to have success here today for the Falcons, he's going to need to get ahead of the count. If he falls behind on these big hitters on the Hawks, he's going to be in trouble for a long time.
And Sutherland watches that strike go by. That's hit high. Looks like an easy out for Fanshawe.
The first baseman, Kevin Bowden, no problem with that one. You see Sutherland running that one out, not taking anything for granted. That's what you like to see. Anything could happen. He could easily drop the ball. You see Sutherland all the way at second base on that one. So bring up Mara. He had a couple big hits yesterday. Almost missed a home run by a couple feet on a couple hits.
Mara definitely capable of hitting that ball deep.
Mara also in his 5th year on the team.
Two-0 count.
Capagnola falling behind already at 2-0. This puts Mara in a fastball situation here.
These are coming in low.
Right at the knees.
Three-one count.
Just get spot right on the outside corner. Nothing Mara can do with that one, especially on a 3-1 count. He's looking for something over the plate. Now he's got a battle here, 3-2.
Let's see what Mara does here. Takes a swing at that. That's way out of here.
Capagnola has fallen behind on both hitters so far in this game, but he has battled back, and that's what you want to see out of a young kid. Not giving anything to the Hawks.
Mara looks like might find some space with that one. No. Fanshawe outfield able to get under that. We got a good look there.
Jake Julian coming across, making a nice play. Looked like that might have been finding the gap there by Mara. Julian with a nice play to get over there and make the grab. Here's Murphy.
Skips that one off the ground, and
Jones
it'll be
with
an
the
easy
play.
out at first, yeah. And that does it for the first inning, a scoreless effort. And Kyle Fanshawe able to get bit more offensive mojo there. A couple hits off of Pollard. Couldn't turn it into much, though.
Yeah, the momentum right now is the Falcons trying to find it onto to their side. They just had a 1-2-3 inning, a great inning by Capignolo to throw strikes. Got back in a couple counts there on Sutherland and Mara to get out of that jam. But a good job by Capignolo to get out of that. Now the Falcons hoping the momentum can carry over to the bats.
See if Fanshawe can open things up here.
Be Kevin Bowden leading off for the Falcons. He's the leader on the team in his second year, leading the team in hits, tied with his brother Matt, both from the London area.
Hawks Nation is the official varsity fan club of the Humber Hawks. They do a great job here at these home games, creating a great atmosphere. And if you sign up for the fan club, you get a free piece of Humber swag every game you come out. Sign up at all varsity home games or by downloading the official Humber Hawks app.
They got some good stuff over there. They always do.
Some caramel corn today. I think we overindulged in that a bit yesterday.
Yeah, maybe
but
a little.
it's good stuff. You can't help it. Strike one.
Kevin Bowden, he has one of 2 home runs on the season for the Falcons, the other being Darren Dwyer. He's not in the lineup today. Pollard getting ahead here to Bowden, already up 0-2.
Strikes him out.
Yeah,
Great start for
makes
Pollard.
quick work of Bowden there, 1-2-3. Looked like a changeup on that third one, caught Bowden ahead.
Up next is Jones. Jones came into the weekend with 3 hits on the season. He's getting a chance in the lineup here versus Humber in game 1.
That's a good curveball by Rory. Fell behind 1-0. Big fastball now. Crosses him up on the curveball. He's had 1-2. There it is again.
Strikeout number 2.
Couple strikeout swingings there for Pollard. Making quick work. He works quickly. Keeps that defense on their toes.
Up next, Quentin Toohey. And Pollard just throwing heat.
That curveball's working effectively so far in this game. That's good to see.
Yeah, he's really got the edge on these batters right now. Just take a look at this.
It's already up big. Toohey taking a bit of time here. Already down 0-2 quickly.
That one's fouled off the backstop.
Great job by Pollard so far, using all of his pitches early and often against these young Falcons hitters.
And a strikeout. That's it. How about that for an outing?
1, 2, 3 for Pollard. 3K, strikes out the side.
And that'll turn on the house music as we switch things over for Humber to get back on the offensive side of things.
That's a very effective inning by Pollard. Didn't even use his defense. Did it all himself. Great work, him and Mara. Mara doing a good job calling the pitches. Mixing it up here, you see. Big fastball to strike out Toohey to end the inning. And that top half of the inning as DeBanning will lead it off for the Hawks.
Maybe you get the impression that Pollard's settling into a bit of a rhythm here on a beautiful Sunday at Connorvale Park. Can't wait to see him next inning if he continues, because that was some pitching we just saw.
Yeah, and if you're the Falcons, that should scare you a little bit. When Rory Pollard gets into a groove, he's dominant and he's tough to hit off. We've seen it before in the past, even earlier this year, going 6 innings of shutout ball, only giving up 3 hits against St. Clair earlier in the year. And against a team like St. Clair, to shut him out like that's a heck of a performance.
Let's see if Humber can transfer some of that momentum onto the bats here. There's the best camera angle in OCAA baseball.
Great job by our staff here. Behind the scenes people always do a great job.
DeBanning leading off for Humber. Strike one.
DeBanning has had a lot of success against the Falcons in his career. Last year in the semifinal game was named player of the game with a couple big hits for the Hawks.
That one's way inside.
See Brendan Lyons there on deck. We were talking about him earlier with the big game yesterday.
And DeBanning up to the plate right now. Took a nasty pitch off the rib cage area yesterday. Looks like he's doing all right, though. No worse for wear. DeBanning with a 1-2 count. Even things up here with that ball.
So the catcher Quinton Toohey setting up way outside. That pitch just a bit low. Because they're going back out there. Curveball looked a bit outside there. Toohey bringing it back in. Caught DeBanning looking on strike 3.
That brings up Brendan Lyons.
Toohey bringing that right back in on that frame. Caught DeBanning looking.
Fanshawe answers with a strikeout of their own. Gets a piece of that one. Good hit there. Gonna race over to first.
Yeah, slow roller there. No chance for Brendan Jones to get that one as Lyons beats it out with an infield single with 1 away here in the bottom of the second. Here's Thompson, left fielder today for the Hawks. Lyons at first.
Watches that first pitch through the strike zone.
Capignola using all his pitches today so far against the Hawks, and that's what he has to do to have a lot of success. These Hawks, very smart hitters, a lot of them veteran guys, so they've seen it all.
Strike 2.
It's a great spot. Down and away, nothing Thompson can do with that one. Capignola staying ahead, up 0-2 here.
And that's hit back into foul territory. 0-2 count. Thompson. That one's way outside. Way outside.
Might see the curveball here by Capignola. There it is. Got him swinging. Second strikeout of the inning for Capignola. I'll bring up Costa. Costa had a great performance yesterday in the field, made a couple nice running plays. A couple nice hits as well, too. He had a good day yesterday against St. Clair.
Yeah, he was money for the Hawks, especially in Game 2. And he made all kinds of plays out there in right field. Stolen base attempt.
Looks like miscommunication with the Falcons players. The ball is dropped. Lyons gets there. Lyons not known for his speed, but he chugs down to second base.
Some opportune base running.
Now Costa with an opportunity here with the runner at second to drive him in. That's Lyons' third stolen base of the year.
Wild pitch. It's going to bring Lyons over to third.
Ball hopped on Tui there. That gives Lyons to third base here with 2 away. Costa just needs to put one into the grass, into the outfield. Should score a run.
Costa looking to cash something in here. My money's on a deep shot. That's up the first baseline. Easy out at first. That'll do it here.
Kevin Bowden makes the play at first. Hawks, another run left on base as Lions get stranded at third. We're still scoreless here, heading into the top of the third. Rory Pollard coming back out.
And in terms of getting things going on the offensive side, what do you think Humber is trying to do here to really start cashing in some runs against Fanshawe?
Yeah, well, we talked about it yesterday as well, just the runners in scoring position that were left on base for the Hawks, not driving them in. I think they're just trying to do too much at this point in time, trying to get that big hit. Just put the ball in play, allow the Falcons defense to make a few mistakes, and eventually it will come around to score. I think that's the big key for the Hawks today, just putting the ball in play. Costa there just kind of got on top of the ball, didn't get it as hard as he would have liked, which is unfortunate.
At the end of 2 innings, still locked up at 0-0 on the Hawks Sports Network. My name is Matt Hamill. With me is Kyle Dalton. With all the baseball insight you could ever hope for. My guy KD.
Hello.
Get a replay some of that action from the bottom of the second.
And that was Lyons' little check swing there, enough to beat it out.
Getting on base, of course, he stole second, and the wild pitch brought him to third. So Humber quite fortunate to be able to put a man in scoring position there. Can't cash it in. Good hit here. That's over to first. Won't be in time.
Tough play for Gonzalez. Short hopper. Ty Martin couldn't get to it as Jake Julian will reach on the infield single. That'll be the Falcons' second hit of the game. I'll bring up Cook, the DH today. Cook still looking for his first hit in his third year with the Falcons.
And that's hit high. Humber gets under it.
Job by Thompson getting that in very quickly out in left.
Jake Julian safely on first.
Here's the leadoff hitter, Ty Armstrong. He singled to left his last time up. Big sweeping curveball just up. Roy trying to give a different look to the Falcons leadoff hitter. First pitch curveball.
Good strike thrown there. That's hit over to first.
Lions.
Julian will advance to second.
Line to play. Could only get one. Kind of in between hop there. Here's Tyler Wood.
One out here in the third inning. Strike two.
Tyler Wood, center fielder on the team. Ball squeaks away from Mara. That allows Jake Julian to get to third. Now with two away here, the Falcons with another great opportunity to strike against this Hawks defense.
Humber took both games the last time they met Fanshawe. The most recent victory being a 13-0 blowout.
That pitch pretty high. Setup pitch here. Could see the curveball coming after that high pitch. Got him swinging.
There's your third out.
Tyler Wood with the strikeout swinging. Falcons leave another runner on. This one in scoring position as we head to the bottom of the third.
Later this week on the Hawk Sports Network, we have preseason men's basketball. That's Tuesday at 7 p.m. Our team is taking on the Guelph Griffins. It's a good matchup. Me and Kyle will be on the call.
Be a great game. Good test for that Hawks men's basketball team.
Good crossover OCAA OUA action. Humber men's baseball had a chance to play the Navy midshipmen earlier in the summer. Actually came away with a victory against the NCAA program.
It's a good experience for them.
Absolutely.
Against an NCAA team. Especially you got to win like that too.
Yeah, always a pleasure to play host to a team like that.
Capagnola, you can see taking his warm-up pitches. He's pitched very well so far for the Falcons. Getting out of a jam last inning with lines at third base. Got Costa to ground out to first to end the inning. So he's pitched very well so far. That second time through, once Sutherland comes back to the top, will be a different look. They'll have a different look at him. We'll see if Capagnola adjusts and throws maybe a bit more off-speed pitches to that top of the lineup.
All right, get things going here. Strike one.
Third baseman Ty Martin.
And that ball's hit up. It's an easy first out for Fanshawe.
Campagnolo using all parts of the plate, kept that ball in the outside corner. Nothing much Ty Martin could have done with that one. They'll bring up Gonzalez.
Nice hit there along the turf. Gonna get Gonzalez over to first. Brings us back to the top of the batting order.
Yeah, Jones, the third baseman, was playing a bit in. That ball was hit pretty hard by Gonzalez. No chance for Jones, especially when he was playing in like that.
That pitch is low.
Opportunity here for the Hawks top of the lineup to get Gonzalez around. Gonzalez does have a little bit of speed. We'll see if Coach Matt Ferreira decides to pull the plug here. There goes Gonzalez.
And that's skipped up. Tough one to handle, but it's going to be sent over to first for the out.
Looked like a hit and run there. Gonzalez on the pitch. Liam Sutherland trying to find something to the right side. Second baseman was coming over to cover. Almost caught him. Instead, it was a bit slower. Allowed the second baseman to come and play that ball. Gonzalez safe at second, though, with 2 out. Bring up Mara. There's Mara, flew out to center field. His last at bat back in the first.
2 outs with a man on second. That pitch is low.
Cienfuegos down 2-0 to Mara. Last inning as well, Mara's at bat. He was up 2-0 against Campagnolo, excuse me.
That pitch is way outside.
The 3-0 count, they're not going to allow Mara to even swing the bat. They're just going to put him on here.
Yeah, you don't want to put a guy like Mara.
That pitch almost...
Yeah, could have taken a crack at that one.
Mara, if he really wanted to, could have swung at that high pitch.
We saw that happen yesterday, too,
Yep.
against Humber.
It's pretty close. So that'll be ball 4, and they'll bring up Keegan Murphy.
Fifth-year player, all-time hits leader. Let's see what Keegan has in store today in his second at-bat.
They grounded out to third. Back in the first and the inning. It's a nice block by Tui. Again, we talked about the runners in scoring position for the Hawks, an opportunity to drive them in. Couldn't do it back in the second. Had struggled a bit yesterday against St. Clair with the runners in scoring position. An opportunity here for one of their best hitters, Keegan Murphy.
2-1 count for Murphy. Big cut there.
Yeah, good spot there by Campagnolo right on the outside part of the plate. Counts 2-2 now. Fouled off there. It's a good take on that curveball. Brings the count to 3-2. The runners will be off on the pitch, so that throw on the ground's got to come across.
2 outs with 2 on. Gonsalves and Mara on base.
Will be off on the pitch here.
And he'll walk for a bases loaded situation for Dennis DeBanning. Humber not being able to capitalize on with runners on base was a bit of a through line through yesterday's matchups, and we'll see what kind of adjustments they can make. And Kyle, you mentioned in pregame they were working on those small ball scenarios, and I wonder how they've tried to remedy all the players they've left on base in the past few games.
Yeah, DeBanning can't do too much here. Just put a ball in play, try to find a hole in the infield. Got at least one run in. Still got one of the best hitters on deck as well, Brendan Lyons.
Staring at 2 outs.
And this is a big part of the game, especially if you're a Falcon player. Campagnolo on the mound here. If he can get out of this jam, it'd be huge for his confidence. Another good curveball there by Campagnolo. Caught DeBanning looking. He was thinking fastball the whole way. DeBanning struck out looking his last at-bat.
DeBanning right to the Fanshawe pitcher.
Great job by Campagnolo to get out of that. DeBanning with a hard hit. Right back to the pitcher, though. And again, we talked about the runners left on base. In back-to-back innings, Hawks with runners in scoring position can't drive him in.
And that'll do it. As we head into the 4th, take another look at DeBanning's last at-bat. Just skipped right up to the pitcher.
Good play. That ball went by him, could have gone through for a base hit, could have scored Mara from second as well. You can see Rory now back on the mound to start the top of the 4th inning. Matt Bowden will lead off for the Falcons.
End of the 3rd, still locked up at 0-0.
Been a pitcher's duel so far. Pitchers pitching very well, getting out of jams, like we just saw with Noah Campagnolo for the Falcons. Rory hasn't got into much trouble yet today. Had a runner on third base, Jake Julian, back last inning in the 3rd. But he had that stellar second inning where he struck out the side. See if he can have the same success here with the 3-4-5 hitters of the Falcons coming up. Bowden 0 for 1 on the day, reached on a fielder's choice back in the first.
Ball 1. Skipped up, Pollard gets it over to first in time.
Nice play by Pollard, taking his time. Knew he had a bit of time to get Bowden. It was a high hop, a strong throw right to Lyons.
Good start to the inning. Pollard showing he could make quick work of the Falcons lineup like he did in the second there.
He works very quickly, which allows the Humber defense to stay on their toes. Josh Hare up here, he grounded out to the second baseman Murphy to end the top of the first. Rory throwing a lot of strikes so far in this game, getting ahead of hitters. Already up 1-2 here to Hare, using that curveball efficiently as well. Just missed there. Good take by Hare.
That's hit up. Easily taken by the first baseman for out number 2.
A strong play by Murphy. Another ground ball to second base for Hare.
Keep it on pitcher right there, Haley.
Be 2 down here, and they'll bring up second brother Kevin Bowden. He struck out in the second inning.
That's hit high. Right to second base. 3 outs.
Right under that was Murphy to end the inning.
The Humber Bats making their way back out.
Another solid 1-2-3 inning for Rory Pollard. He's been stellar so far today. He's only given up 2 hits through 4.
Here's the other one, Mike.
The next time we see Humber in action on HSN, it's going to be next Saturday, a doubleheader against Durham. And Kyle, I think it's pretty important for Humber to do well against teams like Fanshawe and like Durham, who can kind of make a contest for Humber right at the top of the league there.
Yeah, Durham and Fanshawe, those are teams right behind Humber. And those are teams that Humber needs to beat, because when it comes to St. Clair, it's kind of a toss-up on who's going to win that game when it comes to Humber versus St. Clair. Humber are definitely, they know they're better teams than Fanshawe and Durham, so if they can take advantage of that, especially today and next week. This will be a good test for Campagnolo. Second time through with Lyons, Thompson, and Costa. Lyons reached on a single his last time up. See what Campagnolo can do here. Curveball looked down there. Lyons didn't like the call. Now he's behind 1-2 here. Just outside. Another curveball. 2 straight. Might see a fastball here, 2-2.
That pitch is high and outside.
3-2 here. We'll see what he decides to call here. Will he go back to the curveball on Lyons? Expect him to go back to the fastball here. Got him swinging.
Struck out to start the inning.
Like
not much offense from either team here, Kyle.
No, not much. It's been a pitcher's duel so far. Campagnolo looked like a changeup there to get Lyons way out in front. Thompson, he struck out swinging his last time up in the second inning.
Ball 1. Bit of a wind picking up here at Connervale, heading towards home plate, but nothing to write home about. As the Humber Hawks are looking to get on the scoreboard. Easy out at first.
Ty Armstrong with the play at second. Campagnolo pitching very well so far, shutting out these Humber bats. Really, the only opportunity the Humber Hawks had was back last inning in the third when they had the bases loaded. Other than that, Campagnolo has been very solid. Bring up Costa here. He grounded out to the first baseman back in the second inning.
Costa's been a valuable player for Humber this weekend, looking to maybe lead the way to their first run of the game. Bottom of the fourth, 2 outs. Ball thrown outside. Humber Hawks have the hosting duties for the Baseball Nationals this year, Kyle. Should be a fun couple days of games here at Connervale. Of course, they'll all be on the Hawk Sports Network.
Should be exciting times. Fouled off by Costa. That brings the count to 3-2. Just missed on the inside corner.
Costa's going to go for a walk.
See, Campagnolo did not like that call. Thought it catch part of the plate. Costa with a 2-out walk. Ty Martin 0 for 1 on the day, flew out to left field to begin the third inning. Costa, with a little bit of speed, only has 1 stolen base on the year.
Just watching that one.
Anything in the gap, Costa does have enough speed to come around to score. That's what Ty Martin's thinking about right now. Find something in the gap.
Stolen base attempt. Yeah, he's out at second. That'll be it.
It looked like Costa might have come off the bag. Looked like he beat the throw. It's a solid throw there by Tuhi right on the bag. Caught Costa stealing. Ty Martin will lead off the 5th.
After 4 innings, all locked up at 0.
It's been a pitcher's duel so far. Both pitchers pitching very well so far.
We'll try and take a look at some of the action from that inning.
There's a throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Costa came off the bag there. Tuhi with a solid throw. Brennan Jones ground ball to Gonzalez. Easy play for Gonzalez, 1 away.
Quick start for Humber.
That's Brendan Jones with the ground out. So bring up Quinton Tui, the catcher for the Falcons. He struck out back in the 2nd. He was the 3rd strikeout of that 1-2-3 inning for Pollard, who struck out the side back in the 2nd.
That pitch
got away from Pollard there. Curveball just a bit up. A 3-1 count. Good hitters count here for Tui. You can see there Tui making his way down to first.
Jake Julian, next up. Fanshawe happy with that walk, put a man on first base. Another pitch that almost gets by Mara.
Jake Julian in his first year on the team, he singled back in the third. He was stranded at third base. Says he went around on that check swing.
Strike thrown. Fouled back off the cage.
Rory's doing a good job not allowing the runner on first to get any sort of lead. Really keeping him close, messing with his timing. It's a good battle by Jake Julian, making Rory work. Rory has to think that he's only one pitch away. A ground ball at someone, he'll be out of the inning. Right on that outside corner. Caught Julian looking. Cam Cook, 9-hitter on the team, flew out to left field his last at bat.
Two outs, man on first. Pollard looking to close things out. Should get that here with the fly out.
Murphy, another grab.
That's all she wrote for the top of the fifth. Fanshawe still not able to get any runs on the board. Pollard still pitching lights out on the mound. And really, it's been the same story on the other end of the ball.
Yeah, both pitchers pitching very well. We got a pitcher's duel here. A lot of solid defense on both sides as well, really helping out their pitchers. That's something key. If a pitcher's gonna have success, you need some solid defense behind you. Both teams have been solid.
Airtight pitching. Really just waiting for one team to catch a break and be able to blow things open, but so far Pollard and Campagnolo showing no signs of slowing down.
It's been good to see from Campagnolo, rookie on the team. His composure has been really, really impressive, especially back in that third inning when they had the bases loaded. Really settled in and got out of that jam. It's been very impressive from the first-year player.
Yeah, great pitching from a first-year guy against a real seasoned Humber lineup with some serious hitters. And Humber going to want to avoid the quick outs. That's kind of what we've seen from both teams, starting out each inning. Unable to really get some batters in position, just quick outs and quick innings.
Yeah, that's a good point. We haven't seen the leadoff hitter of each inning for the Hawks get on base. So let's see if Ty Martin here can change that and get on to lead off the bottom of the fifth.
Start things out with a strike. That's Ty Martin. Gonna get things going for Humber.
Pitch just missed on the outside corner. Campagnolo wanted that one. Instead, the count goes to 1-1.
Ball thrown there. High and outside. 3-1 count for Martin.
That's a good hitter's count right now for Martin. Leadoff hitter. Should get a fastball here. Now 3-2. Campagnolo here delivers a 3-2 pitch.
Martin, great job to get on base.
And that's what the Hawks wanted, the leadoff hitter getting on base. Ty Martin does the job. The good battle bringing the count to 3-2. Rips one through first baseman, second baseman. Now bring up Gonzalez.
Humber wants to bring home that provincial championship trophy.
They want to compete in that Nationals.
Absolutely. All 5 years of OCAA baseball, the St. Clair Saints have brought home that OCAA championship. Humber really pushing the envelope to take that title for their own this year. There's
Ty Armstrong, second baseman with the play. Gets Gonzalez popped up. But yeah, Humber feels that this is their year. They have a lot of fifth-year players in their final season. And they think that they're all in this year to win. They have a great future with the cornerstone piece of Liam Sutherland. But they feel that they have the team that can compete against St. Clair. And they want to win. It'd be a disappointment if they don't.
keeping Ty Martin honest at first base with that check throw.
Ty Martin reaches, he got caught. The throw by Tui to first. First baseman had trouble handling that one. Allows Ty Martin to reach on second. He was caught in no man's land for a second there. Luckily, Ty able to move up to second.
They're going to have the out at first, but Martin's going to make his way to third.
And that mistake by the first baseman, Kevin Bowden, not able to throw Martin out. Could have been a double play there. Instead, settling the ground out to Ty Armstrong allows Martin to move up to third, which will bring up Mara with an opportunity with the runners in scoring position. Mara 0 for 1 on the day with a walk.
Ball one. In such a tightly contested game offensively, would be huge for Mara to drive home a run. Could be a difference maker. Big strike.
Check over to 3. See if Campagnolo can get out of this one again. He's done fairly well getting out of jams earlier on in this game. See if he can continue that streak here against Mara.
Pitch is way outside. Humber won the second game yesterday in extra innings off a wild pitch. Could bring home a runner here today with the same thing.
Mara way out in front on that one. Trying to put one over the fence. He just needs a little single here to bring in Ty Martin.
2 outs, 2-2 count. Bit of an awkward play there. Hard ball to handle.
Yeah, it looks like Campagnolo was trying to let that ball go foul. The ball kind of died in the grass, which allowed Mara to reach first. Ty Martin holds up at third. I'll bring up a pitcher's meeting. Runners on first and third with Keegan Murphy up at the plate.
With 2 outs, and the stakes are high because it's been so hard to bring a run home, and Humber threatening to do that right now with Keegan Murphy.
Yeah, this is a very important part of the game, especially for both teams. Humber, they don't know how many more chances they're going to get against this Falcon team. And for the Falcons, it's the same thing. They don't know how many chances they're going to have against Rory. He's pitched phenomenally so far today. So if Campagnolo here can shut down Murphy and get out of this jam once again, it would be huge for his confidence and as well for the Falcons team. See here, catcher giving out signs first and third. Scenario here where he's going to be throwing it just in case Mara decides to run.
Murphy up to bat. DeBanning on deck.
Ball in the dirt allows Mara to move up. Time was called there by catcher Toohey, wanting a different sign. It's a big opportunity for Murphy now. 2 runners in scoring position. Single should score 2.
Ball thrown there.
No action right now in the Falcons bullpen. Head coach Brian Harvey putting all the confidence in Campagnolo.
Fouled behind. Against the fence. 2-1 count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
See that outfield playing pretty much straight away. It's ever center fielder playing a bit to the left side. Keegan.
Keegan will walk. And a repeat from earlier this game, a situation we saw before, DeBanning with bases loaded.
And an opportunity here for DeBanning to cash in some runs. Like you said, the opportunity back in the 3rd he had. He grounded out to the pitcher, Campagnolo, to end the inning. Let's see here if he can have a better result.
Yeah, what kind of adjustments have been made? Humber got to bring home a run, and
It's away.
And a wild ball over to first is going to bring home 2 runs.
And it looked like for a second there, Campagnolo was going to do once again what he did to DeBanning and get him out. Instead, the throw's a bit high, got away from the Falcons' first baseman. That allows Martin and Mara to come around to score on the air by the pitcher.
And that's a big mistake for Fanshawe because it was looking like we just had a carbon copy of the way the third inning ended with an easy throw over to first, but comes in a little high. The banding's going to hold up at first, and 2 runners brought home.
And the Falcons know they should be out of this inning. That's a huge blow for their team. Could be the turning point of this game for the Hawks.
HSN turning point.
This is Lyons now. Right on the inside corner. Lyons 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and a single. Opportunity for some more insurance runs.
Ball's thrown high. Lions looking at 2 outs with 2 men on. Can he bring home more runs? Pitches outside.
Check throw gets away.
Another wild throw is going to bring home a run. DeBanning makes his way to second. And Keegan Murphy touches home.
And those 3 runs coming around all unearned against Campagnolo. 2 errors, 3 runs for the Hawks. And the Falcons defense before this inning was playing very well behind Campagnolo. Couple errors. Brings in 3 runs for the Hawks.
Yeah, that's right. Bottom of the 5th. Hawks open up a 3-zip lead. 3-1 count.
And for the Hawks, you got to feel pretty good with Rory on the mound. He's pitching very well. Still no movement in that Falcons bullpen. This might be the end of the line for Campagnolo after this inning. Some high stressful innings in the past couple.
Yeah, up until this point, it's just been a super tight pitching game for both teams.
Strikes out Lyons. The confusion there, Lyons thought he was yelling balk, but someone yelled step off. That's Lyons got a bit confused there, swung and missed on that one, which ends the bottom of the 5th. See Lyons chatting with head coach Matt Ferreira.
Big 5th inning for Humber. Able to convert on some Fanshawe mistakes. Bring home 3 runs. And that could be the difference here today.
That's definitely disappointing for the Falcons.
Another look here.
You can see
There's DeBanning with that hit and just too high.
the throw was definitely there. Campagnolo just a bit high. Tough for Kevin Bowden to handle that one. That allows Mara to come around to score with Ty Martin. See the throw by Tui there.
Tui not happy with himself.
Yep. He knows he should have had that one. Cost the Falcons another run.
All that with Humber facing 2 outs. And Fanshawe just not able to close things out. Pollard back out on the mound. Three 3-0 lead heading into the 6th on a beautiful day at Connervale. It's the Lord's Day. Slam Sunday baseball.
Doubleheader here today versus the Falcons. We expect to see Stephen Huff in the second game for the Hawks.
Yeah, we haven't seen him all weekend.
In the bullpen right now. But I'm sure we'll see him in the second half of this doubleheader. Ty Armstrong leads off for the Falcons leadoff hitter. He's 1 for 2 on the day, singled back in the 1st. very important here right now for the Falcons to get a few runs. They got the top of the order up here in the top of the 6th. They don't know if they're going to get any opportunity in the 7th.
Fouled high.
Pollard pitched very well so far, only giving up 2 hits. One of them being on a single by Ty Armstrong to lead off the game.
Over to first. First out of the inning for Humber.
Yep, just in time there to get Ty Armstrong. Gonzalez, the smooth play. And that's a big out there for the Hawks. Really takes away the energy that the Falcons were trying to bring out.
Yeah, with just 2 more innings to work with. Fanshawe's got to make something happen after that disastrous 5th.
And Gonzalez, again, so smooth out there. He's known for his defense. It's on display right now. Couple back-to-back groundouts to Gonzalez, 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Pollard getting ahead with that curveball. Up 0-2 quickly to Matt Bowden here.
Finds some turf over to first. Not going to beat the runner there.
A 2-out single for Matt Bowden.
Humber obviously just looking to close things out here and not give Fanshawe any breathing room to try and come back in this game. First time these 2 teams met this year. Humber took that one 7-3. Following game was 13-0. Humber really blew things open.
Yeah, it was a big second inning for the Hawks. Fouled off there on a check swing.
Mara's going to send that over to first for the 3rd and final out.
Strong barehanded play by Mara. Quick inning once again for Pollard. He's been efficient. Very low stress innings for Pollard.
Heading into the bottom of the 6th. Humber looking to pick up where they left off and cash in some more runs, with Thompson leading off this inning.
It looks like Campagnolo will be back out for the bottom of the 6th. There's some action in the Falcons bullpen right now. Looks like that pitcher warming up is Jake Waters for the Falcons.
First pitch, taken deep. Fanshawe fumbles it in the outfield. That might be good for a double.
That was right off the glove of Josh Hare, the right fielder. Looked like he had a beat on it for a second there. Thompson finding a hole.
Costa with a man on second, 0 outs, looking to put some money in the bank here.
Bit more insurance runs right now would be key for the Hawks.
Might be a tough sell for Fanshawe to come back if Humber can add some runs here.
That's great small ball by Costa, moving up that runner. Get something on the right side so Thompson can come around to third base. See the Hawks bench is up, giving Costa some congratulations. They know he did his job.
Yeah, gonna bring Thompson that much closer as he now sits at third base with just 1 out.
There's Ty Martin.
That pitch is lost, but Thompson, smart move, just hang out at third.
Yeah, you don't want to risk anything. You know, there's only one away. Ty Martin singled his last time up. The infield is in for the Falcons right now, trying to cut Thompson at the plate.
Hit right up the middle, and that'll bring Thompson home. Ty Martin coming in clutch.
Good piece of hitting by Martin, taking that pitch right up the middle where it came from. An RBI single for Martin. Martin, a good day, 2 for 3 on the afternoon so far today.
Gonzalez. With 1 out, man on first. 4-0 lead here in the 6th.
Throw over by Campagnolo. Right on the inside corner. There's no action in the Hawks bullpen right now. This is Rory Pollard's game. I'm sure he'll be coming out for that 7th inning.
Fouled over to the Fanshawe bullpen. That's hit right to Campagnolo.
Right by him, a good piece of hitting by Gonzalez. Just like Ty Martin, putting the ball right where it came from, right up the middle. We talked about that bottom of the order for the Hawks. Ty Martin with a base hit, Gonzalez with a base hit. And they'll bring up Player of the Year, Liam Sutherland, up at the plate.
And as we approach the end of this game, things really opening up for Humber. And Kyle, you think that's going to carry over to game 2?
Well, that's what they're hoping. They're attacking these Falcons pitchers. Fouled off by Sutherland. The Hawks are staying aggressive in this game, not allowing Campagnolo, especially late in this game, to be comfortable on the mound. A lot of stressful innings for Campagnolo so far, especially later on in this game.
Sutherland with 2 on. That pitch is way outside.
Sutherland still looking for his first hit of this game. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Saw him in game 1 yesterday. He went 0 for 4 and then really had a breakout performance in game 2. Might see the same story today.
Pretty quiet so far in game 1. As he strikes out there.
Sure, Sutherland will have a better performance at the plate in game 2. Went 0 for 4 in the first game yesterday, like we said. Same scenario here in game 1 versus the Falcons. It looks like it's going to be the end of the line for Capignolo.
Meeting on the mound.
Now it looks like he's going to be staying out on the mound to face Justin Mara. The whole bench thought he was coming out as well. They were all out about to give him high fives. Instead, Capignolo has the opportunity to get himself out of this game and out of this inning here against Justin Mara. All right.
Mara. He goes for the classic Nelly jam for his walk-up song. Must be the money. Mara hits that one high. Looks like the Falcons outfield is going to get under it. No, that's lands foul.
Just foul. Tyler Armstrong coming in from second base. He really was the only one that could have got that one. Just out of his reach. Allows Mara a second life here in this at-bat.
Two outs. That pitch almost squeaks by.
Good block by Tuhi. Get in front of that one. You don't want two runners in scoring position for the Falcons. It's a big at-bat here. This might be Capignolo's last batter here.
It's hit foul. A laser beam.
That would have scored two for sure. Gonzalez, some speed at first base. Mara now down in the count 1-2.
Mara goes down swinging. That'll close out the sixth.
I caught on that curveball.
Like you said, Kyle, that might be the end of Campagnolo's day.
And he gets some high fives. Great performance by him. Had one bad inning. Didn't pitch that bad as it showed. No earned runs for Capignolo. All on errors for the Hawks runs.
Yeah, phenomenal pitching from both teams, especially Fanshawe. Just a few mistakes defensively that really turned the tide of this game. Humber able to add one more run in the sixth, bring that lead to 4 as we head into the final inning of regulation. And what do you think we're going to see from Fanshawe to try to tie things up here and turn the tide?
Well, I think they're going to try to be a bit more aggressive against Rory, try to attack that fastball early. Once Rory gets into deep counts, and he likes to throw that curveball, once he gets into the curveball, he's in trouble.
Here's another look at some big plays from the 6th inning. There's that hit up the second baseline.
Mara with the nice play.
Just things really opening up for Humber, whereas the early stage of this game, there was nothing going.
There's Thompson, the leadoff double eventually came around to score. And Costa moving up the runner. Rory's only given up 3 hits so far through 6 innings. 5 strikeouts on the day. He's been very efficient, using his defense to his advantage, especially Gonzalez. A lot of ground balls to Gonzalez, and he's been money today.
Another strike by Pollard. That's been the storyline here.
Yeah, staying ahead of hitters. Kevin Bowden up at the plate for the Falcons.
Pollard with a chance to close things out.
Yeah, nothing going on in that Hawks bullpen. This is Rory's game. I think the key to Pollard's success today, staying ahead of hitters with that fastball, using that curveball to his advantage when he's ahead of the count.
Four-run deficit. Fanshawe trying to fight back here. Looking at a 1-2 count. Hit up to Pollard. Easy play over to first.
And that was the curveball by Pollard, really jamming up Kevin Bowden. Nothing you can do with that one. Easy play for Pollard, just flips it over to the Lions for the first out.
Get another look here.
That curveball coming in on the hands of Bowden.
Pollard in no rush to just sauce that over. Another strike.
There's Brendan Jones. He's 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout.
Pollard just looking so dialed in mid-season form.
He's pitched in some big games for the Hawks. It's a broken bat.
Great throw over to first.
You can hear that wood shatter. Brendan Jones, Gonzalez, he's money there at short. Makes the easy play.
One out away from a Game 1 victory. Ball's in the hands of Rory Pollard. Strike one.
Rory has just been money today with that fastball, using both sides of the plate efficiently.
And he's played such a tight game and just hasn't shown any cracks. That's hit high. Costa's calling for it, and that'll do for Game 1. A 4-0 win.
A complete Game 7 inning shutout for Rory Pollard. Just an excellent performance by him. He was money today.
Yeah, as his team comes out to the mound.
Just very calm, cool, collective performance. Him and Justin Mara. Mara called a great game.
Without a doubt, that's the player of the game.
Pollard, great performance tonight. 5 Ks on the afternoon as well.
And we'll try to get another look at some of those strikeouts, because we had a steady die to those all game from 6'5" Rory Pollard up on the mound. It got going early, it did, Pollard, and just didn't look back. Here's another one.
That was the second of the 1-2-3. She struck out the side back in the second. This was the third one to Quinton Tui.
Yeah, what an inning that was in the second. Didn't give Fanshawe much to work with.
There was the outside corner, caught Jake Julian looking. That was back in the 5th inning for his 5th strikeout of the game. What a performance by Rory, complete game shutout.
Ty Martin given the player of the game honor. And we'll have game 2 for you on the Hawk Sports Network. Following this 4-0 final here at Connervale. Stay with us. Doubleheader action on a beautiful Sunday.